Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my 13-week pregnancy update. I'm in my 14th week. I'm actually like halfway through. I've been really bad not doing an update. However, there's a few things to update you on. We had our appointment with our obstetrician. That was a week ago today, and everything was all good. He took my blood pressure and he said it was perfect. However, because of my BMI, my weight, I am at high risk for gestational diabetes. So I do have to have a test. I was meant to have it this week. I only rang up yesterday and there's not an appointment because you have to book it in. There's not an appointment until, well, there was one this Saturday, but I just went in, I'm going in next Tuesday. So it's Thursday today. If you weren't aware of the gestational diabetes test, I've never had one before. So I am going in, the earliest they had is 7:30. So you have to fast for 12 hours. They said that you can drink water in the meantime, which I will need to do. I've mentioned before, my veins are really hard to find. So they said that they draw blood 3 times. That is not going to be fun with my veins. So I will need to make sure I'm like really hydrated. So you have to fast, and then so I'm assuming they take your blood and then they give you a sugary drink, which I've heard is not nice. Then you have to sit there. You can't move, you can't go for a walk, you can't leave. You have to sit there for basically 2 hours, and they draw you, you have to sit there for an hour and they draw your blood, and then you have to sit there again and they draw your blood the 3rd time. I have a feeling that that is going to come back bad, but I'll just have to deal with it, just have to roll with it. Apart from that, everything else is good. He said that I should start on aspirin, but only half an aspirin each day. So that is something about the blood flow. I can't remember, I read up on it, but it's like the blood flow with the placenta. I also have an anterior placenta, which means it's at the front. I think it is quite common from what I've seen, and it doesn't pose that many health risks or pregnancy risks. Like really the main thing is that you may not feel your baby move as much or as soon as some others. Then also booked in for my 20-week ultrasound, but it'll be 21 weeks because there wasn't anything there. And it was really nice to walk out of an appointment and not pay a damn thing. Like, I can't not pay hundreds of dollars, literally hundreds of dollars when you leave a place. The only thing is, like, there's already been a few hiccups, which obviously I'm not paying for this. Like, if I was at a private practice, I would expect better. But like, they booked me in for the ultrasound, but they didn't give me a referral. And I got a letter saying, confirm the appointment. And it's like, make sure you bring your referral from your doctor. And so I called up and I'm like, hey, I didn't get a referral. And she's like, oh, he must have sent it through. She was like checking my details and she's like, oh, okay, I'll take care of that. I'll make sure it gets sent through. So I don't think he even did one. He was quite an elderly gentleman, which he was really, really lovely, but he was a character actually. It was pretty funny. He had the results of the NIP test. He said, now this has got your gender. And I'm like, we don't want to know the gender. We're doing a gender reveal. And he's like, do you know the best way to tell you the gender? And I knew he was going to say this, and I'm like, what? I played along. He's like, you deliver the baby and then we show it to you. Like, just, you know, little dad jokes like that. Anyway, he was cute. And Dean came along to that appointment as well, and he can come along to the ultrasound. We got the letter that confirmed the appointment, and it said that I can bring one person, which is great. Also, he tried to find the heartbeat with the Doppler, couldn't find it, which may have, he didn't say, but I'm thinking it may have something to do with the anterior placenta, like being at the front. He could find the heartbeat, but it was like behind something, like you could only hear it in the faint background. So he actually took us to do a quick ultrasound, so we got to see baby again. Not a lot, like I must have been sleeping or something. I heard it that, or the guy said at the other ultrasound, they're either like awake or they're not. Like yeah, the baby wasn't really moving much when we saw it again. But anyway, that was pretty cool. Yeah, so that's how that went. We did get some news over the weekend about COVID, that we did have our restrictions up to, you could have 20 people in your house, family members and friends, and that got cut down to 5 due to the increase of COVID cases in Victoria. And that gets lifted the day after we're planning to do the reveal on the Sunday, and it gets lifted like, you know, midnight that night. So, well, it's meant to be lifted, but who even knows? As I've mentioned before, the main thing is my parents coming across the border. South Australia might even take that away because of the number of COVID cases in Victoria. I don't even know. So we're just gonna have to see what happens, but if it's just our parents, then it's just our parents, or maybe we can wait. I don't know. Like, I watched someone else's gender reveal party and everyone was just so happy, and I just wanted to have that little win, have that celebration, you know? Like, just have a little party and have fun. But it just is what it is, isn't it? Like, you can't do anything about it. So we just took, why I'm all dolled up with like hair extensions and everything, like honestly never look like this. We just took some photos for our announcement. I think we're going to announce tonight. I had like a little moment this morning and I'm like, I'm ready. I'm actually ready, because I mentioned last time I was just like, I'm not ready to tell people yet, Dean. And now I'm just like, okay, like, I'm good. So that's exciting. So I'm gonna wait till Dean gets home, and also I've been editing the video where I found out, and oh my God, every time I watch it, I bawl my eyes out, like, oh, it's so emotional. Yeah, I hope you guys like the video. Obviously you'll be seeing it a long time before you see this video, but I think we'll do like after it, we'll just do like a little video where we sit down and talk, or maybe I'll just sit down and talk, because I'm sure there'll be questions. I have no idea, but I'm really excited to tell you guys. Like, it's just a secret that I've been hiding from you guys, and I've been so quiet, and I'm like finally feel like safe enough to tell the world, and I'm so happy. I'm not crying. Okay, moving on. My symptoms this week. So week 13, really tired. Surprisingly, like exhausted, and even a bit of this week. Today I feel good. I think it depends on what I'm doing. Even like when I go somewhere, I'm just like, I need to have a nap. And I've been sleeping in a lot lately. Yeah, like just really tired and no energy to really do anything. Like, I've just been pottering around the house, like cleaning out stuff, because obviously we need a bedroom to put the baby in. Well, not even straight away, but just to put the baby's stuff in and like get a nursery happening. Like, I want to decorate a nursery. We have the rooms, it's just cleaning out all the stuff. And I just realized the amount of makeup that I've purchased, and even all the makeup sent to me, like it just makes me feel disgusting. Like, I know it was a hobby, I know it was like my job, I understand that, but there's so much like unused makeup, or just used once or a couple of times makeup, and then like I just have so much makeup, and it's just like going through everything. Not even just the makeup, it's just like everything. Like, I've got a whole box of PR bottles, like water bottles, that I'm never gonna use. Like, it's just, I can't believe I just hoarded so much stuff. It's very exhausting going through things. And we went through the linen cupboard as well, and there's just like so much stuff. I'm sure you guys can relate if you've recently, in COVID times, gone through things and cleared out things, and you've realized how much shit you have. I do want to mention a symptom that I've never really heard anyone talk about at all. And it's a little bit TMI, but the other night, it was actually in my 14th week. The other night I was lying in bed and I was on my left side, and I just got this stabbing, shooting pain in my left breast. It was so bad, and it was like every like couple of seconds it was just like a shooting pain, and it hurt so much, and I was so tired, and I just wanted to go to sleep. And it, like, I think I was nearly asleep, and then it woke me up, and I did that a couple of times. And then in the morning my breast was so sore, and I googled it, and it said something along the lines of, it's the milk ducts coming in. It was fine during the day, and then that night I got it again in the same breast. And I think I felt it a little bit on the other one, maybe the following day, or when I went to bed that night, but it wasn't anywhere near as bad as my left. But it's gone away, so it only lasted like maybe 36 hours all up, but like it came and went, and it was better when I lied on my back. So yeah, I've never really heard anyone talk about that. I have also been very thirsty and urinating very frequently, which I'm a little bit worried because they are symptoms of diabetes. So it's always at like nighttime or in the morning, and then I don't want to drink at night, because then like I usually have to wake up once to go to the toilet, but then I have to wake up twice or more. And that's just really annoying because I've been sleeping really well. Apart from those bouts of insomnia that I mentioned last video, I've been sleeping really, really well. Which is like crazy considering how long I had insomnia for when we were trying to conceive. Like half of the month I just wouldn't sleep. Basically, I just felt like that. And it was just really annoying. Oh, I forgot to mention round ligament pain. This is something, not so much this week, but I've had it a few kind of weeks before this week, and it's like I'll usually get it if I turn over quickly in bed and you just get like a stabbing, shooting pain in your abdomen. But then it goes away. Like it's just for a second and you're just like, it takes your breath away. Like it really hurt. The other week I sneezed and oh, that took my breath away. That really hurt. But I think it's just normal ligament pain. I don't think that there's anything else to it, but it's got a sting to it. I'm finding that I'm not as offended by smells anymore, but I still do have a strong sense of smell. I still have been a bit gaggy as well. Like, I mean, even yesterday when it was before we got dinner and I was just like, I'm gonna be sick. Like I don't know, it's something like, I'm gonna be sick talking about it, but you feel your throat close up and then you just want to gag and throw up. Not fun at all. So yeah, I'm like ready to tell you guys. I don't know, I just needed a few weeks, like being nearly 15 weeks. I just needed a few weeks to myself. Like, I mean, we only got the all okay kind of last week. So it's not the traditional announcing at 12 weeks, like a lot of people. And I'd be happy to wait. I thought I'd wait until like 15, 16 weeks, but I'm just like, oh, I'm ready. And I wanted to take the photos today. It's a bit gloomy, like they're not the best photos, but I'm okay with them. I've edited them and they look like really nice and autumny. Is that even a word? Like autumn-esque. I don't know. Oh, I'm like a bit nervous. I was thinking about it when I was getting ready, and every time I thought about it, my heart just like jumped. Speaking of like being like, I've still been out of breath. I watched someone else's video today and they were talking about their symptoms. Oh, not today, the other day. And she mentioned that she can feel her, like the blood pumping, and that's still happening. I mentioned it a few weeks ago, but yeah, you can still at times feel your heart, your blood pumping so much. Like you have so much more blood than you usually would. So I'm gonna show you my bump because I feel like, I don't know, it still could be fat, still could be bump, but it's a bump, like it is, because like I put on this skirt to put for our announcement photos. So I'm just gonna show you. I'm really nervous to show you guys. Here it is, please be kind. Okay, there it is. Yeah, that's it. So that's nearly a 15-week-ish bump. Oh, I feel so weird saying that. But anyway, that's all for this week's update, which is kind of like up to 14.5 weeks. But I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you next time. Bye.